Let's talk about setting up files in Figma for class. So this is not going to be a video about how to use Figma and design in it. We'll have other videos for that. And Figma has also put together a great Getting Started series of videos. So I will link to those, and those are put together with a lot of time and care, and we'll run through all the tools and stuff, and it's organized pretty well, so I'm not going to redo that work because it is there. But we will talk about how to organize stuff for class. So if you followed the link in D2L, you should have registered for our team in Figma. If you didn't already have an account, you should have been prompted to sign up. And then you should also be prompted to make sure that you verify your education status. Now, it will let you poke around in here for a few weeks before you do that, but I recommend you do that immediately so that you don't forget and then get kicked out. So that's easy to do. There's a link here that I'll leave for walking through that process. Basically, you just need to make sure that you use your school email and that you might have to fill in some information or send a screenshot of your class schedule, but make sure that you do that because it gives you access to all of the features in Figma. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about how to organize things in here. So the way we're going to do this is each person is going to have their own project, which is basically Figma's version of a folder. And you can create one of those using this button up here. Just go ahead and name that with your name. And then make sure that you set the access status to view. What this will do is we'll make sure that everyone else in the class can look at your stuff but can't edit it or mess with it. So now you have your own workspace, and here you can add design files or whiteboards or whatever it is you need to do. One thing to make note of is that anytime you create a file in your drafts, no one will be able to see these. I can't even see these when you put things in your drafts. So if you're working on something that you want to be able to share with anyone, please make sure that you put it in a file in your project here. Okay, let's talk about the project template, which is what those files should look like. So if you back out to the team, you'll see that there is a project called Resources and Demos, and this is where we will put any examples or resources for everyone to use. You'll see in here there's already a file called Project Template, and this is how everybody should be setting up their files for easy navigation and for kind of clear organization. So you'll see Figma files are organized into pages over here on the left side. This is the name of the file, this is the folder that it is in, and then I have already set up some default pages over here that you should use as a guide. The cover is what will show up when we look at the file back in the project screen, so this is helpful for navigating. So you'll just want to name this with your name and then whatever the project is. And that's basically all that needs to be on this cover page. In briefs and research, this can really take the place of your process book in terms of getting started on a project. If you need to research the problem, you can create frames for basically slides, and we'll use this to refer to for the brief. Style tiles will take the place of, or can be used as mood boards. So you'll have mood boards and style tiles over here. Components we will get to. And then basically you'll have individual pages for each checkpoint or draft of your project. If you do some work, make sure that I'm just going to create an example here. Make sure that after each checkpoint, or check-in in class, you are continuing to work on a new page because we're going to use these files as our process books, and I want to see the work develop over time. So let's say that you have created some work, we've done a critique on it. For moving forward with that project, all you need to do is to right-click and duplicate that page, and you'll get an exact copy of it, and then you can move on from there. Just make sure that you name these things to keep track of them, and then basically this is the structure of files that we will use as we move through class.